Hello and welcome to my channel, Balkan Aesthetics. The topic of today's video is the madness of the Joker is what happens when God is missing. I think most of us here have seen the movie The Dark Knight, and one of the reasons the movie did so well wasn't just because of Christian Bale's portrayal of the Batman, but also Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker. And I believe the movie resonates with many people because of what the Joker represents deep down in most of humanity. Now, I'm not saying what the Joker represents is good, right? He's out of his mind. He's a complete nutcase, right? But what I do see and can't help but agreeing with is that the Joker is the end result of what happens to humanity when God is missing. There's a quintessential scene in that film where the Joker tells the Batman that he's like everyone else, he's just ahead of the curve. And there's a lot of truth to that statement, right? The Joker, believe it or not, is the end result of what humanity will look like when God is completely missing or absent. You know, people don't want to admit that their worst features, that their most dark desires would come out if God was taken out of their life. But if you just look at the recent, pandemic that happened a few years ago, you saw what humanity did when there was just a disease that had a 1% kill rate. People went out of their minds. You had regular people going and stocking up on toilet paper. I mean, how can you not think that's insane? And then also, how can you not think that people could devolve into something like the Joker when something more serious happens? I think with that recent pandemic, it's pretty evident to see that it's something that can very well happen, right? And as you keep watching the film, the Joker also tells Batman that you think these people love you and they respect you, but deep down they really hate you. And the one thing they like to see more than a hero is they like to see when a hero falls. That's also a very true statement. And he went on to also say that in spite of all you've done for them, right, they will grow to hate you. I mean, is there anybody else that we know of that can fit that description? God himself, Jesus Christ, right? I mean, yes or no? The one who did everything for us is now the one that's hated by most people, right? The hero that people looked up to, they despise now. Pretty straightforward. I don't think there's any way you can argue that's not the case, right? And then there's another scene where the Joker has, a kind of a really sticky situation where you have two groups of people, right? Each on separate boats, and they each have a detonator for a bomb. And one of the groups has to detonate the bomb or else they both blow up, right? What that movie fails to portray is that one of the groups would have inevitably pressed that button. The movie romanticizes it a bit and makes it so that neither boats or neither party on the boats detonated the bomb, but we know that's not true. That would have definitely not turned out that way. But in a nutshell, what I'm trying to portray to you is the Joker is just a mirror image of what society will inevitably look like the further it drifts away from God, right? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And what people don't want to admit, and what's a very difficult truth to swallow, is that most people are like this. When you are an authentic person, somebody that really stands for something, right? Like the Batman, for example, someone that really wants to do good, not for the sake of benefiting from it, but for the sake of doing good for good itself, the people will eventually grow to hate you. And the reason why they'll grow to hate you is because what you do will reflect poorly on them. It'll make them see themselves for what they are, right? And that is just brute beasts. This is why people hate the light. This is why people hate anybody that embodies the hero archetype, right? Especially Christ. Because he shows humanity what they really are. And instead of embracing that and saying we need to change, we need to be better, humanity wants to ultimately destroy it. And that's really all I got to say in this video. If you want to give it a like, that'd be wonderful. If you want to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to leave a comment for any future video you'd like me to do, I would be happy to take that request. And as always, God gets the glory. See you in the next video.